Hey everybody, welcome back from Warlords of Shadow, Chapter 5 Goodness, the Abbey Catacombs. What's up, Arsenics?
We delve deep.
I feel like you got me excited over nothing, basically. I feel betrayed.
The abbot,
Come on, man, how could you not get excited over NPC Patrick Stewart? It's like we're actually co-oping with him. They just put his commentary on the actual game disc.
Himself up in the abbey and
I want to push a statue over this hole called Lords of Shadow.
Hey, Arsenics, Arsenics.
Night
Yeah?
has fallen outside.
Ghouls!
And we will be open to vampire attack at any time.
In case you didn't hear me the first time, ghouls.
We must work together if we are to succeed in a
Patrick Stewart sounds bored while reading this.
This one, yeah, I don't know. The first two he sounded really upbeat, but this one he let down. But the later ones, he gets right back into that old classic Shakespearean Picard that we all know and love.
Also, don't think I didn't notice that statue in the ghoul hole over the loading screen. I know what to expect this level.
Do you now?
Yeah. Probably ghoul holes and statues.
Maybe, but first we get a cutscene right at the start of the level.
Nice.
Walking with our bro, Zobek, Patrick Stewart, man, shit, life is good.
Yeah, just stand in the blood, Gabriel, it's fine.
I like how the blood, they didn't actually draw a texture of it bouncing off of his uniform there, it just kind of faded into nothing.
Oh, I think I know what these are.
Anyway, yeah, meet a new enemy type, man. The vampires. Lords of Shadow style. Or also known as Van Helsing.
Vampires! Careful, Gabriel. This is not going to be so easy.
You really think, Patrick Stewart? He is a man of wisdom, can't you tell?
Zobek has never played a Castlevania game before, has he?
I think not.
The men you once were are long gone.
Yeah?
I think every time he speaks, we just need to shut up and crank the volume, because it's always a nugget of wisdom. Okay, so yeah, these guys, they're pretty difficult. They have a lot more moves than like the Lycans did or anything like that. They don't stun as easily. You have to hit them like 3 or 4 times before you can stun them. And they have a lot of health. And they can initiate like a grab move on you, which they'll try and drink your blood and shit like that. Also, they're fucking ninja as fuck. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. They're actually pretty cool enemies from what I can tell.
It's not bad. The only problem is that the game throws them at you basically like meat shields later on, so the novelty wears off.
Yeah, vampires are cursed creatures.
But they are no match for the power of Jesus, so...
It makes sense, to be honest.
And now you know the gimmick. It's another one of these things that we encountered in Chapter 2. You stick the little pin in the spindle thing there, and you have to turn it before the enemies respawn. And get Zobek to hold it for us.
It didn't last very long.
In which case, he immediately lets go and says, well, fuck you, now you're trapped, motherfucker. Find your own way out. The neat thing is that the enemies will constantly respawn out there, so if we wanted, we could sit here and listen to him shit-talk them in the entire 15-minute LP video here.
Can he die?
I don't think so. I have never actually got him to die before, and he's... Believe me, I've tried. Also, note this QTE. Do you see what we did there?
You stabbed him and... Oh, did you stab him with the stake?
That was the other point of the upgrade, because we totally couldn't do it with the spike that was on there before. We needed that extra 3 to 4 inch extension.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna carry this as a souvenir for my victory.
Unfortunately, this is the level gimmick.
Are you serious?
I shit you not. And I'm just gonna be honest with you right now. To save yourself a lot of fucking trouble and backtracking, carry this in here with you, open this gate over here, pull it out, go over to the other gate immediately, and open it up. So that way you won't have, instead of having to make like 2 very long trips with this fucking thing in tow, you'll only have to make 1, which is so much better.
How long will you have to carry this thing?
Well, the horrible thing of it is that you get done with it here, you think you're done with it, but nope. You gotta carry it all the way over here to the left side, because there's yet another one. I mean, And this is a part that I don't really understand. If they had put like a challenge in here, you know, with some enemies spawning, you had to have Zobek give you cover while you carried the thing in or whatever. That would be one thing, but it's an uneventful trip. So there's really no reason to force you to carry it over here. They could have just had one sticking in this thing, since there's no gimmick to go along with it. You know what I'm saying? Or is that just me?
I completely agree. There's nothing happening here. You're just having to carry a stick around everywhere.
Zobek,
Thankfully, we're done, though. And I guess it's known as a crowbar, which
hurry!
It's not.
I can't hold
I've
on
never
for
seen a
much
crowbar
longer.
like that before. Zobek is a weak fucker, too, by the way.
I've noticed.
He,
There's a reason he doesn't have to combat cross.
but then again, did you see him, like, ninja flip there during the Ice Titan?
Oh, yeah.
He's holding out on us, man.
He's athletic. He's not strong.
Also, don't ask how I fucking missed the stairs, dude. That is one of the weird things about this game. Sometimes you'll get jumps like this, and it will look like you're going straight for the platform, but nope.
No, it's okay. You're just bad at video games. It's fine.
Yeah, tell me about it. Believe me,
I will.
I am going to hear no end of this, I'm sure. Tell you what,
So,
you record the rest of this shit.
oh, sure. Just send me the game. I guess I'll do it. Oh, never mind. He has superhuman strength after all.
And welcome to the second gimmick of this shit now.
Prop up the next slab.
What the hell is going on? I don't think this is how it works.
I don't think so either. This is pretty annoying too, by the way. If you'll notice, you've got the first QTE. You gotta mash the square button. But if you're not paying attention, you'll miss the triangle prompt. And if you don't hit the triangle button while you're mashing the square button, Zobek will just stand there like an idiot. You won't call him up, and you'll get crushed.
I like that close-up on Zobek's ass, by the way. That was pretty tasteful.
On his ass?
I think that's his ass. Otherwise, it's his crotch. I couldn't really tell.
Ass, face, what's the difference with Zobek, right?
That's mean. Oh, now Patrick Stewart has a reason not to ever respond to you.
All I saw was the top of his head. You're talking about his fucking ass. What the hell, man?
That was not his head, was it?
Unless his ass has white hair and a ponytail, I
That's
think
not
it
what
was.
I've seen at all. I'm going to show you, when we're done here, what I've seen, and if I'm completely wrong and I'll make a fool of myself, fine. I can't tell the difference between the ass and a face.
Well, to be honest, with Zobek, it's pretty hard.
Okay. So I'll be justified in my actions.
Absolutely. Plus, I hope you like this like, you know, House Hunter's tour that we're getting here, this giant square room.
Are we hunting for ghosts?
That would be more interesting than this, unfortunately.
Bring Chris Bores along.
The irate ghost hunter.
What the hell is that?
Meet the second gimmick of the level.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got this little pad on the ground here.
Mm-hmm.
Go up back here first, though, because you've got a, I think it's a gem of some sort? No, it's a scroll. Well, those are always important, because you gotta keep up with the Lords of Shadow lore.
There is a strange device here.
Thank you, Patrick Stewart. We know. We see. And here's a hint scroll, because this is actually a puzzle that we have to figure out.
Okay.
Now, the gimmick here, and I'll show that off in just a minute here. You jump through this thing,
It is a magic seal.
and it
created
teleports
by
you to the
color.
pad.
There must be a way to manipulate it.
Now, you may have noticed when it did, like, we had our little tour of the area, that there's some closed-off areas here that we can't get to, like this right here. Well, we take this nifty, handy-dandy
Crowbar.
stick here,
That crowbar stick, but whatever the hell it
the
is.
crowbar, yes, I'm sorry, and you stick it in the dais here,
An enemy spawn.
get fucked up by the vampire that spawned randomly, because they do spawn out of nowhere, by the way. And, anyway, yeah. Turn it, Zobek will hold it in place, you run, you jump through the teleporter, and you go into the different areas that you can't access.
You know, Zobek, I don't think the vampires are affected by your insults or threats. Or taunts.
He's pretty shitty. Every now and then he'll take a swipe at him with that sword, but most of the time he's there for moral support.
Already dead
And with-
meat.
With one-liners like that, fuck, Zobek, PewDiePie better watch the fuck out. Here comes Zobek, motherfuckers.
Didn't bring up PewDiePie like chapter 4. Why are we doing it again?
Because it's Zobek, and it fits.
Hold on, I'm coming. Go through to the
What are
other
you talking
side.
about,
This way.
Zobek? You're not going anywhere, you dumbass.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's staying in place. Oh.
Anyway, yeah, you go through the little portal there to these different areas. What you want to do, you want to go through it clockwise and go in each one sequentially, because if you go into the last area,
Out of my sight.
the portal turns off and you can't get access to these secret ones. So you have to do it while the enemies are spawning. The good thing is that after you get done with that initial volley of enemies, every time you come back in here, there's only 4 ghouls that spawn, so you don't have to deal with the vampires anymore.
Thank goodness for small favors, I suppose.
Oh yeah, and you use the Jesus Ray. Fuck, man, it's a cakewalk.
Zobek, hold the device steady.
This is the worst gimmick, by the way.
Hurry! I can't hold on for much longer.
Fuck you, Zobek, you weak bastard. We know,
You
we
really
know.
hate him. Jeez.
He's spouting off this weird shit. You know, it's like he comes up there, he holds the lever. 10 minutes later, I'm coming.
They don't know how excited he gets over, holding crowbars and shit.
Don't you dare! Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I forgot our golden rule. We have to be quiet when Zobek speaks.
No, I think it's fine by this point. He's kind of repeating himself over and over.
Well, that's... Patrick Stewart's kind of old. I wonder if that was part of the actual dialogue or if they just said, you know what? We'll let it slide. He's an A-list actor.
Steady, Zobek.
That's a good idea.
So mean.
And he's a patronizing fuck, too.
Cross over now.
So hey, Patrick Stewart.
Well done.
Thank you, Zobek. Your approval means everything to me.
Oh, jeez.
And I think I was wrong, by the way. I guess you could still operate the thing after the final doors open up. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, it's easy enough. Do it sequentially, and you'll save yourself a lot of trouble. Anyway, with that, man, run back down here, fill up your magic, because once we go through that doorway, you'll never guess.
What's that?
Abrupt level end.
I don't believe you. There has to be a better conclusion. No.
Why?
Why would I doubt you? Why would I even consider doubting you?
Never doubt.
at
I
this
will never.
point?
I'm not Zobek. I won't lie to you, arsenics. But hey, yeah, on a chronological note here, we got that spike upgrade. You may remember that there were some of those little circular spindle things that we couldn't open before. Well, let's go upgrade hunting.
Of course, I'm doing chapter 2. Next thing you do, go right back to chapter 2.
Always in the end, chapter 2. You know what the unfortunate thing about this shit is? To come back here and get the upgrade?
Besides everything?
Well, besides everything, but this makes it even worse, is that if you have a full crystal, you know you can just skip the level entirely.
Uh-huh.
The problem is you actually have to complete the level to save your progress. Which, your crystal is destroyed in the process, right? And
Yeah.
once it's destroyed, even if you don't collect any of the ones through here, they vanish and you're left without a crystal, just for getting the upgrade.
Oh, that's cool.
That's way to go, Eric Alvarez. Anyway, yeah, we can carry more silver daggers, which are pretty much arbitrary now that we're not dealing with Lycans.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
Anyway, the next one was in... I tried to find it here. I forgot it was in Chapter 4, Stage 1. You gotta go through, you gotta beat the ogre. But first, here's a glitch.
What the fuck?
You remember, I think I told you in Chapter 4 that if you do your stomp move,
Uh-huh.
you could teleport below the death wall, as it's known as.
Yeah,
Well,
but if you jump up, it triggers it. That's awesome.
That happened here, unfortunately. Unintentional.
Oh,
So-
real.
It looks like that's a bunch of just disjointed shit, but it actually makes sense in a way, because the death wall is like right below the top platform there. We stomped through it, and unfortunately we landed on a ledge, and that was enough for the game to register as our last spot as standing. So if you jump up, you touch the death wall, you die. You try and jump up and reach the grapple doesn't pull you through the death wall, and you die when you try and grapple up there. And then you're stuck on the grapple until you die and have to continue. It was pretty great.
Yeah. That's good programming.
Anyway, now that we've got more fairies to slaughter, I think that's a good place to end the video, man. We now have a total of 10 little minions.
Jesus. I think Lords of Shadow is a vampire. It's just draining my will to live.
It is sucking the life out of the IGA series, slowly but surely.
Sucking the life out of this LP more than anything.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest with you. Sucking the life out of the IGA series is kind of like sucking blood from a dead corpse, you know. It's not all that good, but you could probably get some out of it, I guess.
I don't know how to follow up on that.
Now that I've insulted everybody in the thread, I think that's a good place to call it.
Yeah, I think so.
Gia, ban me for my horrible taste of Castlevania.
That sounded almost suggestive.
Anyway, man, hey, next stage, it's we actually get to move onwards and upwards to the Abbey and get this holy relic. Are you excited?
No. You killed any and all excitement I had for Chapter 5 already.
Oh, come on. All the good stuff's at the end, man. It's like an old medieval brothel, man, you know?
Don't even continue with this. You've already grossed out everyone enough. You don't need to double down on that, man. I can't even talk anymore. It's all over.
That's okay. NPC Patrick Stewart will do all the talking for us next time.
How long is he going to be following us?
Another level. Well, no, actually, I think we're done with him next level. So anyway, we're Patrick Stewart. We barely knew ye. Anyway, catch y'all later.